Good evening, everyone. I'm super excited to be here tonight. Please, if you can hear me loud and clear, just put it in the chat box so I'll be sure I am audible enough. I can see Imani, Imo. Oh, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you are joining us from. Let me know where you are joining us from. It's going to be another exciting moment tonight. You're welcome, Imani. I can see go a bit further Africa, saying let's go. Come on, I love the energy. I love the energy. You're welcome, Imani. Please let me know where you're joining from. I'm hosting this program from Lagos, Nigeria. Oh, very beautiful. I'm so excited to hear that. Thank you. I'm glad my voice is audible enough. Thank you. Thank you. Olayode Monsiru. I hope I got the pronunciation of your name correctly. Journey from Port Harcourt. Wow, from Port Harcourt. That's so beautiful. Thank you. Um, go a bit further, Africa. Your name sounds unique. So let me know where you're joining us from. Tonight is going to be an exciting one, and I mean, I can tell you for sure, for every moment you'll be spending here, you're not going to waste any of your time because you're going to have something to go, to take home. Take home. So yesterday we had the commencement of the Life Upgrade 4.0, and today is the day two of the Life Upgrade 4.0, and we are on the team thriving in the new economy, right? Thriving in the new economy. Thank you, Olayo Demonsiro. God bless you. From Lagos. Oh, I've seen my fellow Lagos mates here. Thank you. Thank you. So yesterday we commenced the Life Upgrade 4.0, and we are still on the theme thriving in the new economy. You would agree with me that the new economy is dynamic, and for you to thrive in this new economy, it means that there are basic life skills you need to learn. You need to learn, right, for you to thrive, for you to stand out. And of course, we are not going to enter 2025 so casual. We are going to enter 2025 prepared and ready. So if you are here, I want to assure you that few minutes from now we'll be going on another flight. So yesterday we had the phenomenal speaker, Mr. Mordecai Ovimiladeye. He taught us on the heart of focus, how to master your focus, right, and avoid distraction. So I guess some of us were here yesterday. So let me know what stood out from you. Just put it in the chat box. But for me, there was something he said that stood out for me. He said, he made mention of this. He said that um, distraction is anything that takes your attention from your intention. Mm, I don't know if I was the only one that one eats so hard. I mean, anything that takes your attention, right, from your intention is distraction. So let me know what stood out from you in just the next few minutes. Just put it in the chat box. I want to know those who were following. Godwin Ifweme, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, from Anambra State. Thank you for joining. So let me know what stood out from you from yesterday's session. Oh, yes, so thank you, Imani. God bless you. Just put something in the chat box. I want to see, to know that I wasn't the only one that went on the flight yesterday. So tonight is going to be, an exciting one. Tonight is going to be an exciting one. And I really do not want us to be distracted. Yesterday we've been taught on how to master our focus. So tonight I want us to, put it to action, take away every form of distraction because we're about to go on a flight. Okay, Olayo de Monsiru, it's deeper than deeper life. Hey, God bless you. That's Rema. Thank you. Thank you. Imani, I really want to hear from you. Put something on the chat box. Okay. What stood out for you? For you is that okay, I'm trying to check Imani's okay, what stood out for you is that you focus if you focus on your focus, you'll be a focus in life. That's it deep. That's it deep. Thank you so much. God bless you. So right about now we'll be having the phenomenal Ayishat Olanrewaju. I mean, she's such an amazing woman. She's such an amazing woman. You know, when I checked her stuff online, I was so amazed. Like, she does quite a whole lot, and she's so, she's such a master at what she does. Right? You know, she helped brands position themselves rightly, such that they stand from the crowd. You know, she helps them push for visibility with proven and tested strategies. And all of these things, are what you'll be learning tonight. Because for you to thrive in this new economy, you need to be able to stand out from the crowd, right? You need to be able to stand out from the crowd. And it starts with what your personal brand is. Some of you might be here and you're like, you don't have a business. So what's this personal branding all about? Let me tell you, the truth of the matter is personal branding starts with you, right? So regardless of your status tonight, please, I want you to open your heart, right? I want you to open your heart to learn. So very quickly, let me read the profile of our speaker. She's such an amazing woman. She's such an amazing fact. She's such a busy woman. I'm just so glad she was, she could still give us our own time to be here. So please, I do not want us to take it for granted. So let me quickly read her profile before I bring her on board. Ayishat Olanrewaju is a media and communication expert and researcher. She is a creative and resourceful communications professional with over 8 years of experience helping individual and corporate brands effectively communicate with their audience. Aishat is the founder of Corporately Lucid, a digital media agency that fosters effective and clear communication for brands across different industries globally. Through Corporately Lucid, she helps brands effectively position themselves online and offers strategies that result in quality and consistent visibility. She is currently a PhD candidate in media and communication at Pan Atlantic University, Lagos. She is passionate about research, learning, writing, and teaching. She is married and has two lovely kids. Come on, with joy in our hearts and a digital clap, let's make welcome the phenomenal Ayishat Olanrewaju. Woo! Make some noise. You're welcome, ma'am.
Thank
Good evening,
you.
ma'am.
Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome. We are so glad to have you here.
Yes,
Thank
and
you
I'm
for
so
honoring our
excited to be here.
invitation. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
So, right about now, she'll be taking us on building your personal brand so you can stand out from the crowd. So I don't want to waste much of our time. So, ma'am, you have the floor. Just go ahead.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for having me as well. It's a pleasure to be here, and I hope that we'll learn together and also have fun. Right. So I'll be sharing my screen. I'll be speaking about building your personal brand and how to stand out in a competitive landscape. So let me go ahead to do just that. So can you see my screen? Can everybody see my screen? Let me check the chat box. Um, Please confirm if you can see my screen so I can go ahead. Can you see my screen? Please, I need a confirmation. Okay, great. So I see it now.
Yeah, we can see
Um, oh, somebody says no, actually.
the screen. It's actually on. So you can please go
Okay.
ahead, ma'am.
All right. Okay, great. All right. So building your personal brand, standing out in a competitive landscape. Like Anko has rightly said, personal branding is for everybody, not just those who are building businesses or those who are in different careers, right? Whether you're a career professional or you run a business or even a student, personal brand is important, right? So this topic is for everybody, right? Um, and a little bit about myself, so I won't dwell on this. But one thing that I would like you to remember here is this, that I'm also a beneficiary of effective personal branding. As a brand myself, I have benefited from, rightly positioning myself online and connecting with those that, need my services, those that need what I have to offer. So yeah, it is really, really important for everyone to learn how to build a personal brand. So for and sometimes I have found out that most people, when we say personal branding, people say, what exactly are you like trying to say? What does personal branding mean at all? Like, what are you trying to say? In its simplest term, I just like to bring it down so that people can really understand it. And it's just simply learning how to effectively position yourself to offer value to those who need it, right? And there are so many keywords in this explanation of personal branding. First is positioning. How are you positioning yourself, whether it's online or offline? What do people say about you when you communicate online, or when you communicate offline, in person, right? What do people take away from their interactions with you? How do you make them feel afterwards? And what value is that thing that you really offer people after your communication with them? So everybody, first is this, everybody can effectively position themselves, and everyone has value. If you want to take away something from this session tonight, is that everyone has value and you can effectively position yourself. So it's now left for you to now find out what that value is and how you can effectively position yourself to gain the attention of those people that need the value that you have to offer. So that is it in a nutshell. Now, we all have value, yes, like I said, and someone out there needs what you have. So let's give an example. If you are somebody who maybe in school, you are always that person that people go to get your notes because they found you to be somebody who is very resourceful, someone who is very detail oriented, someone who pays attention to things that maybe even some people may not even notice when the teacher is explaining, or the lecturer is explaining. That's value there. And those that have recognized that value are coming to you frequently to gain from that value. So everybody has value. Yours could be providing, it could be giving, offering advice when necessary, whether in career, in life, relationships. Yours could just even be, offering a listening ear to people, right? There are some, I mean, we have value comes in different ways, right? Value can be your skills, it could be your education, what you have learned in school, right? So you are bringing that out for us to see, to help others, right? Value could be your expertise, value could be your experience, right? Value comes in different ways. In fact, value can also be a summation of all of these things that I have said, but we all have value, and there's somebody out there who needs what you have to offer. That's why you cannot afford to not build your personal brand. There are people who you have been called to help, and there are people who need somebody with your kind of value, that they would not recognize you except you put your best foot forward, except you effectively position yourself to show that yes, you have that value. And then they will want to listen to what you have to say. So are you positioning yourself effectively so those people who need what you have can find you and listen to what you have to say? Take for instance somebody who is like a first time mom that has gone through different experiences regarding motherhood and has been able to find some certain solutions to issues that she has faced. She can decide to package those solutions in a way that people who need those similar solutions can, notice it and gain value from it. And how will she position herself? It is through the content that she puts out, right? It is through how she shows up, whether it's online or offline. That's that adds to the positioning in the minds of people regarding a personal brand. So, as a professional, whether you run a business or you're pursuing a career, you need effective positioning. And effective positioning comes through consistency. At some point now, if let's even leave personal branding aside, if you were to talk about, let's say, top, if I ask anybody here to mention um top beverages brand in Nigeria, there are some brands that would naturally just come to your mind because they have consistently positioned themselves as that kind of brand. Everything they do, their communication, the kind of content they put out, the pictures, the people they associate with, how they market themselves, all adds to something in your mind about that brand. Same for a personal brand as well. Some people have signature looks. Some people have what they say when they want to communicate with people. Some people have how they design their content. Some people have how they like to, break down complex information into pieces where people can really understand. People have their different styles. But what's important is that they've been able to effectively position themselves consistently for people to recognize them, to say, yes, oh, this person does this. This is, I mean, if you are talking about somebody in this industry that does this, that, just think about this person. Why? Because they have in fact, over communicated that position for you to have that in your mind about them. So, what are some of the benefits of effective positioning? Is that first, you gain the right attention. You gain the right attention of those who need what you have to offer, right? If you need to speak with corporate organizations, um, teenagers, secondary school students, university students, I mean, different people, if you've been called, to serve them, to help them through effective positioning, you'll be able to gain their attention. Then you also have the opportunity of sharing your brilliance because it gives you an opportunity to package what you know and share that with those who need it. And at the end of the day, you are making an impact as well. Gaining opportunities. There are so many opportunities that comes with positioning yourself effectively. People want to learn from you. They'll call you to teach them. They'll call you to speak about what you have been positioning yourself, around. They'll call you to create content around them. They'll call you to advise others regarding that area. And you'll be known for that thing, right? People call that, authority building, right? Becoming the go-to expert in that area. So there are so many benefits of positioning yourself effectively. Now, personal branding again, just for you to remember, is that it's not reserved for some people only. It is for everybody. And what some people have even said is that you are building a personal brand already, whether you're doing it consciously or not. And what that means is that people already have certain opinions, perspectives about you, whether you are consciously, positioning yourself for that or not. So now the question is, are you going to consciously build a brand that represents your value and that will impact the lives of others positively? Now, you don't need to have reached a certain height before you position yourself to offer value. You can now offer value where you are now. I mean, you can offer value where you are now. So, what does this mean? I've seen people say that, oh, I can't build a personal brand now. I want to have, gotten to this certain position at work, or I want to have finished this. I want to have finished that. The truth is this: you can build a personal brand regardless of wherever you are. However, you do not wrongly position yourself. You position yourself correctly, genuinely, but then you are aware that there are people who need what you have to offer. So you cannot wait until you have attained everything before you say, okay, now I'm ready, because I feel like I have attained everything. So I'm ready to now build a personal brand. What about those who were looking up to you, or those who you were supposed to help as you were growing, as you were learning the ropes, as you were finding solutions, as you were, learning new things? What about those who needed to gain insights from your own experiences? So where it goes wrong is people positioning themselves wrongly. It's people pretending to be who they are not. That's where it goes wrong. However, genuinely positioning yourself is what is very important, and that's what you ought to do as you grow. So even as you grow, your value improves, it increases in terms of, your expertise, your education, your knowledge, your experience, your know-how. It expands, and then you get to help, more people like that as you grow. But at least you can start where you are and start in a genuine manner. So being value driven is very essential, really. And it just means that you are looking for ways to make the lives of others better than you found them. If you take stock right now, look at how you relate with others, whether you are still in school or just started your work. Are you value driven? What do you lead with? Do you lead with the mindset of helping others? Because at the end of the day, the essence of positioning yourself for people is that you really have something that they need that will help them one way or the other. Whether it's even just recommending products or recommending some books. I mean, there are different ways to add value. There are different ways to yeah, and we all have different unique gifts and talents, and we are all important, right? So being value driven is essential, which means that you are looking for ways to make the lives of others better than you found them. Personal branding is not about making noise, it is about making an impact. And that comes with being value driven. Yeah. Again, personal branding, please note, is not an opportunity to show off, right? Rather, it's an opportunity to offer value. You may know some things, you may be very skilled at certain things. I mean, you may be the best at some subjects, some topics, but the reason you are building a personal brand is not to just, show off that, oh, I do this, I do that. Rather, it is to offer value in those areas. It is an opportunity that you can gladly like take and utilize to offer value. So how do you gain clarity about your personal brand? There's some tips that I have that can help you. Um, but then it is important to remember that gaining clarity includes understanding and leveraging your unique self to your advantage. It also includes being authentic and not trying to be like somebody else, right? So, to gain clarity, first is that you have to actually be true to yourself. You cannot build a personal brand based on lies. You have to understand your unique self. What are those skills that set you apart? How do you approach issues? Do you have a unique model that sets you apart from others? When we invite you for a meeting, do you have a way where you tackle issues that people say, well, please let this boy, let this girl be on this call next week. I really, really enjoyed our conversation. They brought value, they brought their own perspective. So you cannot build a thriving personal brand based on what others are doing. Rather, it is based on your own unique self and finding ways to use that to your own advantage. Clarity is important, but then being authentic would help you when you're trying to gain clarity. Authenticity is key to building a great personal brand. The more authentic you are, the clearer your brand, the more value it offers to others. So, if you've looked at yourself, you've assessed yourself, you know where you are, you know where you are lacking, you know what you can offer now, you know those things that you need to learn, you are more clear about the value you have to offer. But if you don't even take out time to sit down and analyze your own self, look at the gifts that God has given to you, then it might be difficult to be clear with your personal brand. So you have to be authentic to who God has created you to be, authentic to the purpose, the gift that He has given you to help others, right? And then the clearer you are with those values, then you are able to build a more clear personal brand. And then you are able to, offer it as value. Because when you want to, just take for instance, if you want to buy something, one of the most important things for you to be able to buy something, right, is that you actually understand what you are buying. I mean, if you go to a store, you want to buy a detergent, but it doesn't even say, like, the packaging does not even show that it's a detergent. Like, it just kind of like, it's just very confusing. You would have to check and check and check that, what exactly is this? Am I sure I'm buying the right thing? Because it's not clear. So if people come across you, whether in person or online, through your social media pages, through your website if you have one, through the platforms where you contribute on, perhaps you volunteer for some brands, you you write, if you like writing for some websites, things like that, right? When people come across you, how clear will they be regarding what you have to offer, regarding who you are, regarding the value that you have to offer as a personal brand. So that's very important. And it's important to remember that authenticity is key to that. Now, to gain clarity, you need to study what makes your brand unique. I think I've explained what this entails as well. So, yeah, some steps to help you. First is this: you need to audit where you are regarding your personal branding. Now, where am I currently? And I've heard this and I've read this so many times, which is most people will tell you that if you want to find out about yourself first, you or if rather if you want to find out what people will know about you, you can Google yourself. When you Google your name, what will you see? That's like an easy way to kind of like know what's your online, and that's just one aspect, right? Not everything. It doesn't define you as a person, just an aspect of your online digital footprint. What will you see? Right. So first is auditing where you are, and that is just assessing, analyzing. If you are building an online platform, for instance, you want to build your personal brand online. First thing is, where exactly are you even online when it comes to personal branding? Like, what exactly do people know about you currently? What does it look like currently? Are people clear about what you have to offer? Are they confused? Do they know you yet? Are you just like, coming up now? Are there certain things? Are there certain things that you have wrongly communicated? And so on and so forth. Right. So if you are focused on doing the in-person branding, when what do people say about you when you're not in the room? What do people think is your value? What do they think is that thing that people say things like, oh, what do you bring to the table? What do people think you bring to the table as a person? Then next, you need to map out where you need to be. Now you've looked at where you are. Now, where do I need to be? Does where I am now correlate with where I want to be? Am I on the right track? Is it that I just need to give myself, some time, and I'll soon get to where I want to be? Or is it that I'm just confused right now and I don't even know where to start from? Then you need to identify the things you need, right, to be able to get you to where you want to be. If, for instance, you want to be a better public speaker, then you need to identify the resources the that you need to study, to learn from, to help you become a better public speaker. Maybe public speaking is essential to your gifts, is essential to your purpose, right? Then that's maybe one of the things that you want to learn, and so on and so forth. Then you need to turn those things into steps and actions. First is you've audited where you are currently, you've mapped out where you need to be, you've identified the things that you need to get you to where you want to be. And then you need to turn those things into steps and actions. What do I need to do? Maybe I will start with this, then move to the next one. Then every day I am doing this. Perhaps I'm listening to some YouTube speakers. and trying to, refine how I speak. I'm reading some books, reading some great articles regarding certain topics so that I am well knowledgeable about certain areas regarding my gifts, my talents, my potentials, right? So you need to have an action plan and take it step by step. And then importantly, staying consistent, because it is easy to, get charged up and, oh, I'm ready, I've seen the things I want to learn, and this is and that's it. But consistency is key to building anything at all, not even just personal branding only. So some strategies for you if you want to build a personal brand on social media, some things to keep in mind as you go on. So I have some I have a 5 step simple process for you. First is you need to gain clarity, right? What exactly is your personal brand about? What value are you offering? Or what value do you want to offer? Why do you want to build a personal brand? What is the essence of your brand? At the end of the day, if I'm to explain what you are doing, how do I, explain it? What's that benefit I'm seeing from what you are doing? Or do you just want to just make noise and show off and, people should know that you are here? What is the essence of what you're doing? That is the first thing you need to clarify. Because when you clarify that, it makes it easy for you as you go on. It makes it easy for you to take the right steps. And when you are going off track, you know that this does not relate to why I'm doing what I'm doing. Let me backtrack. This kind of like, is far off, right? Now, clearly understand the people you have been called to serve. Know the details about them and how to serve them appropriately. Let's say I want to be a personal brand around helping, maybe to help people become better social media managers. Let's say I want to be the personal brand around that. Then that means I know that you know, I'm helping social media managers. Now, where are they? Which location am I focusing on? What
Okay, I guess she's having a little network issue. Mrs. Aishat, are you back? Are you on now?
can you
Okay.
hear me?
Okay, she's back. Okay, you can go ahead, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes, please, you can go ahead. Can you hear me?
Hello? You can hear me
Hello.
clearly,
Yeah, I
right?
can hear you clearly. Yes, please. You can go ahead,
Okay.
please.
That's light went off. location, right? Would are they in Nigeria? What's even their age range? Is it any social media manager, or maybe age this to that? And why is this important? It is important because you want to clearly know the people that need what you have to offer. Not everybody is your target audience. Not everybody would need what you have to offer. However, you need to clearly know who you are called to help or to serve, so that you direct your communication towards them. Now, the third thing is choosing the right platforms. As a personal brand, it's not that you need to go and you can first is what I usually advise is claim your names across different platforms that would be relevant to you now or in future. But don't necessarily need to, start posting and creating content across all those platforms, because you might get worn out, right? So the first thing is you can claim your names across different platforms, but which of the platform will you find those people that you're really, helping? Where will you find them? Will they be on LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, X, Threads? I mean, there are different platforms now. So imagine one person trying to shine across all these platforms, except you have a team, right, around you who is helping you with this content and all of that. Then it might be easy for you then. But you must clearly understand where they are, so that you can connect with them, so that you don't waste time, on the wrong platforms. So packaging your expertise and brilliance. Once you have gone through the first three, that the content that you put out is the right content and is effectively packaged. So what do I mean by packaging? You can't just, for some for certain audiences, right? It might be that they will prefer content like video content, for instance. Prefer content, read, and some straight to the point. Some need more package this content effect systems and structures. Setting up systems and structures to help you stay consistent with your brand is very key. And what does this mean? You don't want to build a personal brand where you start today and then tomorrow you're like, I'm tired, I beg. I'm no longer doing this. I mean, people get tired, right? But to ensure consistency, you need systems and structures. And what does that mean? It's just ensuring that what you are doing is properly documented. There's a time for this, a time for that. You can use scheduling tools to schedule your social media content. You can batch create your content in advance. You can, repurpose your content. You know when to do that. So creating something that works realistically for you. Just because personal brand A posts their content 5 times a day, for instance, maybe they do that, maybe, does not mean that you should do the same thing. What can work for you as a personal brand is what you should focus your energy on, and then stay consistent with that. And when it comes to building a personal brand online, please remember that you are not restricted to just social media platforms. You can contribute articles for brands, websites, magazines, newspapers. You can go through email marketing, right? You can do commentaries. There are a lot of other platforms. You can even be a very resourceful person when it comes to certain forums, right? Answering questions based on your own knowledge, answering them the right way, things like that. There are different ways, right? You can even use your own websites, the blogs that you put out, the content you put out, right? There are different platforms. So personal branding online is not restricted to just social media. So thank you for listening.
Wow, wow. That was a powerful session. Oh my note is full. Like that was so on point. It was just so thank you so much, mom. So I don't know if there are any questions you would like to ask. You can just put it in the chat box. Yeah. So she just get to attend to the questions right away. So if there are questions, you can just put them in the chat box. I'll read them out and then okay. Mom, there's a question. It says, how can you monetize?
All right, that's a good question, and I purposely did not even. I don't even think that even crossed my mind while preparing these slides, because there's a time to start monetizing, and there's a time to build the foundation of what you actually need, right? If you are able to build a great foundation, then monetization will come easily. However, if you have built that platform already and you are at that stage of monetization, then there are different ways. One is you can create digital products, physical products. You can offer your services. So when I say digital products, what I mean is things like courses, ebooks, templates, guides, um, and different things, right, that are digitally available. Right. Now, physical products could be physical books, could be organizing, could even be physical merchandise, right? Depending on the kind of personal brand that you are creating. Now, you could also offer your services, become a speaker. You could teach others what you know. Um, you could consult. Right. Companies can call you to come and explain some things, right? You could consult. You could even consult for governments. You could consult for private organizations, right? I mean, the opportunities are like wide. They are wide, a lot actually. In fact, you could create. And I'm sure we have seen some personal brands online where they started off as personal brands, but from their personal brand, they started creating products, and you are buying those products because of their personal brand. So there are different opportunities when it comes to building a personal brand. Yeah.
Wow, that was so profound. So there's a time to build a foundation and there's a time to monetize. So it means that we need to get the balance. Thank you so much, ma'am. So and there's another question here. It says, how do you claim your name on different platforms?
Okay. Okay. So that's easy. It's just if you've decided on a brand name. What I mean by a brand name is this. Some people would say that, oh, my name might be maybe Taiwo, Adelaja, something like that, right? But I don't want my personal brand name to be that. Maybe because of the kind of thing that you have been that you want to do. Some may now say that, oh, I want to be known as Taiwan Purple, something like that, right? Depending on really what your brand is about. So if you want to go with your full names, quite all right. So what that means is ensuring that the handles on those platforms you have signed up, you've registered, and you have those names secured. Whether it's a name that you coined or your own full names, however, it's just Do you have the domain of your name, for instance? That's the website domain name of your name. Do you have that secured? Even if you're not building a website now, it could be later that you would use it. Your social media handles, is it, or would somebody else, take that away? So it's just, getting the name secured across these relevant platforms.
Wow, that was so, straight to the point. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, I think we have this question. Maybe it's going to be the last question because, okay, any idea on how we can generate content consistently related to our brand?
Oh yeah, that's easy because, and I'm glad you said related to our brand, right? Because if it's about your brand, then it's easy. And there are different.
Okay, I, I guess she's having a little glitch of network. Okay, ma'am, are you
Okay.
here now?
Yes, 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 I'm
Okay,
here.
you can go ahead, ma'am, with the
Yeah, apologies.
response.
Okay, so generating content. When it comes to content and personal branding, the first thing that you need to know is, okay, again, going back to clarity. Let's say I want to, again, maybe I want to help build social media managers. I want to help them build their businesses in Nigeria. I have clearly identified the area that I want to play in, the area I'm focused on. I've clearly identified that. So what that means is this: I now need to understand the people that I want to help and know the issues that they are facing, and then start highlighting them and creating solutions. So content would come as a way of offering solutions to those issues. And you may not be able to know those solutions if you don't research, if you don't talk to them, if you don't even listen to what they are saying. That's why it's important to clearly know who you are focusing on, who your target audience are. That way, you know the issues they are facing, and your own solutions is coming as a way of different formats of content, different forms of content, categories of content. You are informing them, you're educating them. In fact, you might also be entertaining them, right? Through your solutions. So that is like the overall way of generating content. Then you can now go more granular to start saying, okay, to on Mondays I want to create content like this, on Tuesdays like this. But the most important thing is understanding where your that content is, or how that content is rightly positioned, so that you are really 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 offering value. That's what really matters.
Oh, wow. What a loaded session. Okay. I'm checking through the chat box. Okay, I can see there are no other questions. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, tonight was just so loaded. Thank you so much, ma'am. Olanrewaju, Aishat, God bless you. I mean, tonight,
Yes, thank you.
you were just eating it from left, right, front, back. My seat was really hot. Thank you so much, ma'am. I mean, tonight was so loaded. And please, you can follow our guest speaker across all social media platforms. The link to
Okay, let
get,
me.
okay. I think, okay, she's trying to put it up,
So
right?
I yeah. So this is, if you want to find out more, that's my email. I have a worksheet, a personal branding worksheet for people who want to just think through their personal brand, and you can go to brandingwithayishat.com. When you go there, you would see a worksheet that you can download for free. Yeah, it's on brandingwithayishat.com, and you can also follow me at brandingwithayishat on Instagram.
Okay, so thank you so much, Ma. I believe we've all taken note of that, and of course, it's going to be copied down to our WhatsApp group chat so we can just, eventually get access to it. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight's mom. We are so excited. And I mean,
Thank
we
you.
lack the right words. Thank you so much, mom.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so guess what? Our session continues again tomorrow. Our session continues again tomorrow. We'll be having the phenomenal Paul Adeagbo. In fact, what you've heard tonight, say just fasten your seat belt. It's going to be a powerful session tomorrow. We'll be having the phenomenal Paul Adiago. Who will be teaching us on navigating the job market, right? Skills for the future. You know, beyond the classroom, we'll learn how to grow our career. A lot of us are actually still stuck on a particular sport because we've not learned, how to grow our career. So tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m., same platform. I do not want you to miss it. In fact, I want you to be here before your hosts. I didn't mention my name. I am Sandra Orimiladeye, your host for tonight. Yeah, so looking forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. I believe you've learned something tonight. Yeah, so thank you for being a part of tonight's session. Looking forward to seeing you all tomorrow again. Same time, 8 p.m. We'll be having the phenomenal Paul Adiabu. You don't want to miss it. Tell someone to tell someone to tell another person. Thank you. Do have a wonderful night. Bye.